comes up. Let's make sure I'm okay. I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to go down. I think I'll just move off them for a second. In fact, let's stick it. Let's have a look on how things lying, guys. Let's move straight down. I tell you what, feels a little bit laggy, guys. Just moving up and down. That is not what we're looking for. Look at that. That is not ideal. That's not the sort of start we're looking for whatsoever. Maybe it's because I'm flying down on the other side of it. So what have we got? We got SVG going to Milta. Remember the Milta Power Boys just taking a season off. They'll be back with us for season 13. Look at that. A couple of the SVG guys already going down. Oh my goodness, that's Designs, their captain. SVG, in fact, have gone down. They have gone down. I'm just going to bring this up. Just going to get my... Let's let me where my captains where am I? Right, so what do we have? 13. So here we've got the part-time killers, the late entrants, not the late entrants who turned up late, just taking Milta. We've got the Spaz. We'll talk about their I'll get their name right in a second. We got RIP. Now this is a strange one because RIP are actually pronounced rest in Pacala. Rest in Pacala, and then we got Specnaz LTU. So we'll get that in a second. You can see that over here you've got the vital targets pub. Goop are taking them by the looks of it to their usual landing drop. You have, who else do we have? Over in school, ATR doing their normal drop over to school. We've got the Purge team taking that side of Roshock. I tell you what, they went for a long drop, and I tell you who we got over here. We've got HnK, we've got True Grit, we've got DBS. My goodness gracious me, and we've got Bad Intentions, all in North Georgetown. I'm going to be surprised if all of those being top squads are going to leave okay. Just in South Georgetown, you've got TSC, you've got True Skill Crew over in Crates, and then here you've got TSG raiding cat champions on back 6, and then you've got the SPG boys, SPG taking front 6, I would say. By the look of it, you've got a bit of a split maneuver, TSC, BLK and going Gatka. And that's pretty much where they were. And I tell you what, if there was a couple of squads that went flying in thinking we should drop Millie, and they didn't, you'd have had Millie to your goddamn selves. Let me tell you guys, you would have had Millie to get that to yourselves. We're going to call these the specs. It's going to make it easy on us. The spec seems to just be over in this sort of no ground area, so they'll be looking at getting themselves just a little bit of help at the moment. I tell you what, I'm also going to do is just drag this across so I can speak to you guys at the same time. So I think in terms of where we actually want to be, and we don't want to be too far, too close. I don't want to go into free roam mode too quickly. All of the action is going to be over here. Yes, we're going to have a few battles, but the battles don't need to be so intense. They're in the circle. Strategically, they can hold back. You can see there. SVG just making the way to prison. Specs just kind of holding fire, utilizing the ground that they've taken. RIP, and remember, it's a different RIP to last season, completely different squad. Just holding fire. Where this is going to happen is here with HnK. So you've got Hypnotic Gaming really wanted to come back strong this season after not so much a disappointing showing, but not quite performing at the level that everybody knows they're capable. True Grit here without their captain Superman. Great stream by the way, guys, so please go and check Superman up. He also does a tournament every now and again. Very much worth going and checking out, boys. DBS right next to the True Grit guys. Other than that, you have, and look at that for Bradders. You can see him there as well. TSC, just on South George, not too much happening. I think what would be really good, what would be good if we can get into one of these teams here. There you got Goober now. Goober just playing, oh, here we go. We could have a little bit of something. This looks to me like we're with Samurai Gaming now. Samurai Gaming is a coming together of good players. What's going to make the difference is if they can compete with the players that we've got of the highest level, and that's going to have to come down to this sort of cohesive entity. And going against Purge team, yeah, they've got mouths on them, but you know what? They're all right guys in the end. They're going to have to play cohesively, because you know what it's like in here. If you're not going to play cohesively, you're going to find yourself in a whole host of trouble. This isn't a sort of one of those tournaments you can walk in, guys, and just have 4 absolute killers. You're going to have to be strong when it comes to strategy, movement, communication, flank maneuvers, dual scenarios. You're going to have to be able to respond, be fluid, and adapt to the circle without moaning and crying. And remember, without moaning and crying sort of brings me to another point. Guys, we all get killed. You're in a lobby full of quality, and if you're in a lobby full of quality, people are going to come up behind you, and it doesn't mean they're utilizing a third party. We will catch those that do. We've done in the past. The vetting process is about prevention rather than pure. That's what we're looking for. Yes, of course, we lean upon an aspect of respect and everything, but our protocols only continue to get stronger and stronger to do what we can. Here we've got HnK, Turbo, Bradley, VK, and Q just coming through. Now, this should be really, really interesting this season on how they bring it forward. Two teams as well. HnK really bringing it. They want to deliver, and they just don't want one team in that glory division. Remember, all of the teams in the divisional qualifiers coming together in the hope of getting into that top half of their divisional qualifiers, and therefore the top 9 to move on to glory. And that's going to be in 2 weeks' time. Remember, we do 3 weekends in a row, then it's pre-season. We don't take rests, we don't move on, we don't charge a fortune. It's the price of a cup of coffee per person. Admittedly, a good cup of coffee, but you know it's worth it. We have an awful lot of fun. Let's make things happen. So you can see Turbo here. Like, let's have a look. I won't stay too long. I think they're just making a push at the moment. That circle, as you can see, sort of central and down towards military. And I tell you what, I was going to do that, but I don't think we want to stay. Let's stick with this a little bit. We have got this bottle here, haven't we, between Purge and Samurai Gaming. Looks like DBS and those are up against each other. But this should be coming to a head pretty quickly. Remember, I'm just moving between team and team. So let's stick with it. This is Rocket Surgeon. Rocket Surgeon's one of these individuals that comes in and out the bloody Discord channel, but he's a good guy. Listen, he's a good guy. So let's see what he's got. He's with Raymond, Chief Raymond, good friend of a couple of the top streamers, actually. He goes in there, very respectful guy. You've also got Tanya and Hitman in there for that little bit of firing power, I should say. So let's see how this goes down. I think they're going to have to, it depends, isn't it? Because pre-season, you can get lovely and aggressive. You know, you are going to really sort of lean upon the aspect of strategy and placement. That is just the reality. Just the reality. I tell you what, it's a good cup of coffee, ladies. A good cup of coffee. It's going to soak my throat as I look forward to 6 games of commentary. Now, if you've got any questions in terms of the AGL, please feel free to sort of put those in. I tell you what I do need to do, and what I haven't done for a little while, is just enable my timings. Let's get those enabled. Here we go. Hitman's actually gone down. G-Bag has actually taken him. So you can see Hitman first to go down, and that is within the Samurai Gaming crew. So what they're actually taking, you can see our Crown Ruby's gone down for a second time. Trixie with DBS just coming through. Ruby really wanted to make a difference. We're going to see if Rocket Surgeon's actually going to help his team here, or what they're actually going to push, what strategy they're going to use. Now, Purge have played together quite a long time. Now, yes, they're gentlemen. Yes, they've got some voices on them. Yes, they need to share their opinions, but they are settling down a little bit. Looks like Hitman has now just gone down. And I tell you what, True Grit over in North Jewel. Looks as if 3 of those teams are coming together. What we read right now, Surgeon, we need you to engage, Surgeon. We do. We need you to engage. Because what I think we've got over here is 3 teams coming together. We've got another one, Tanya going down. So actually, we'll just stick with it. Because what's Raymond going to do? Surgeon and Raymond are just coming round. And I tell you what, they're going to find themselves in trouble if they don't make it happen. Let's make it happen, guys. Are they going to run away? It looks as if they may well be. Right, I'm going to go back. You can see it's just coming through. Hopefully this doesn't start hurting. You can see the guys just moving towards circle now. I did want to get with one of these battles back here, but I don't want to sort of hurt my friends and get chucked out my own game. That would be awkward. Unfortunately, what it's doing, all it's doing, is goddamn taking me to the teams that I don't want to be with. What I want to be, where I want to be, is North Georgia, cool. And it looks to me as if what we've got is a number of the guys just going towards... there we go, VT. We just came back from them, goodness me. ATR, now ATR were just making their way. They were pretty central, actually, so that's not too bad for them. HnK, let's stick it with HnK for a second. As you can see, HnK are actually playing in the blue. They seem just to be sort of chilling. Let's see which way they're going to go. I think they want to engage. It looks to be a little bit laggy out there, I must admit. Doesn't look top-notch to me at all. Which way are they going to go? Are they going to go straight forward? If they are, they're going to go across this road and they're going to go straight in there. Let's get it going. Right, let's watch this. As you can see, these guys are going straight towards... Oh, no, they're not. They've gone a different direction. Mercs. I'm going to see if I can get where I actually want to be. Sorry, guys. They're killing me. They're killing me, I tell you. Looks as if that fighting's actually just held back anyway. You can see the guys just moving towards the circle. At least that be a relatively nice spread in that regard. DBS and True Grit, though, seem to be coming back together a little bit. You can see here where Purge and Mega. Now, Purge have got Amiga and Alpha teams. Now, SPG here, Frame banging in his SPG crew. Frame did well individually last season, but in the end, what he's looking for is to build a more cohesive group. If you ever watch Frame's stream, I tell you what, these guys can play. Let me tell you, don't underestimate these guys. But in the AGL over the last few seasons, it has been a little bit tricky for them. Okay, we still got these guys kind of coming together. There we go. We're finally on one of them. You can see True Grit just down in the background. They have actually taken that low ground. This should be surely giving Trixie an opportunity to take a few shots before they take over that hill. But it's almost like he doesn't want to. And there's your reason. He's got a shotgun. He's got a shotgun from distance. Is anyone else thinking maybe, Trixie, this isn't the best choice for you to be drawing attention to yourself? Or, in fact, you're just playing a bit of a distraction so your boy Alan over there can make it there. You can see Bradders and Mushu have gone down. So that isn't the sort of the start DBS are looking for. But this really is where the reality sets home. This is the reality where things set home. Because I tell you what, each and every goddamn squad is quality. That's what we're sort of looking at the moment. And I tell you what, DBS are going to struggle just to get to circle. Never mind find their way into where they need to be. HnK seem to be okay. Probably going to make themselves over on Roshock. And let's have a look at this circle. This circle has allowed the northern side of Military Island just to be in play. But you can see now, if you like the looks of Savage Gaming, Rest Squad are in there as well. What else have we got? The Part-Time Killers. TSC just moving through. So we have got plenty going on. I tell you what, look at that for DBS. DBS have found themselves a goddamn boat. Let's move on from that a second. BLK just making their way in. Not too much action to look at the moment, guys. I think people are just being a bit speculative. You can see their TSC and SPG now just coming together. I may well actually just be able to get to them. It wasn't too long ago we were looking at the SPG guys. So let's have a little look if we can get over there. Oh, I tell you what, what's happening here? Is he okay? Is that DBS just coming on down? This should be good. I tell you what, he might have only got 11 health. Derek's has gone down there. Goodness me. Alan's in trouble as well. Red Raiders. Oh, I tell you what, he's only got, I tell you what, Red Raider, all he's got here is a couple of bandages. He's going to find himself in trouble. There you go, DBS. DBS going down in 18th position. Sorry, DBS. Pure aggressive strategy, but that boat looked like a good scenario. But unfortunately for you, and I tell you what, I think that'll be okay. He's got 6, so the rest of the team just coming through, or is Red Raider just going to sit there and have a little bit of a look in regard to it? Yeah, he's just going to keep bandaging his wounds, okay? He's not too far away from the circle either. In terms of others, we just have this between SPG. Let's see if that's going to go there. Red Raider just coming to get his boys. There you go. Bubs has actually gone down. They're probably just going to try and get a little bit of his loot. Brother Scar in here as well. He's just jumping in now. Brother Scar. I killed Brother Scar myself, I just say, at pre-season. Marvellous shot on my account. Absolutely tremendous play from Truth. That's all I'm going to say in that regard. Looks like Hazy's actually just died there as well. Let's see who else we can find. Purge just making the way in. It looks as if, is that who we got? BLK going up against. And I tell you what, against TSG, we want that battle. Guys, we want the battle that we can't come and get to. Here we go, BLK. BLK, this is the BLK squad. This is their CSL squad. Coming up against TLG. Moyon, you can see there. Locks in there. Sweeney's in there. Justice in there. Looks to me like they're bringing the best of the best in the TSG crew. They've been practicing pretty hard. Anon just there. I tell you what, he's in trouble. Anon's in trouble. He's got the smoke, but we all know smoke often equals there's a revive going on in the smoke. And I don't believe that either Assassin or Envy down there that are now responsible for picking them up are going to do so. Let me tell you, I just don't think that's going to be what's going to go down. I think Anon, unless, oh, I tell you what, they might be. They might be. Let's have a little look. TSG, they have got some distance on them. I think he's just looking for the crest of that hill, guys. Oh, look at that. Just taking down Assassin. They're taking it out. Anon's in big trouble here. It looks like it's only Envy that's surviving. And I tell you what, Anon, look beyond, because your boy is moving away from you. And I tell you what, you can't blame him. Placement, super important. It's going to be very difficult for him to get you up. But this is where we are. Your reigning champions, your reigning season 11 AGL champions, TSG, bringing in a couple of hot acts. And now they look to be all powerful. BLK, you can see BLK. They've just moved away from it. Envy's got his vehicle. He's moving in. I tell you what I'm going to do now. It's awkward. Yeah, it's awkward if truth lags out. It's happened on a couple of occasions, guys, and I've had to try and find other people's streams. It's a nightmare. It's embarrassing. It just shows what we have to deal with. In the AGL, we try and offer you the very best, but in the end, you know it can be a trouble. Do you know what I'm going to go up to? Look at HnK. What are HnK up to at the moment? Let's have a little look here. Right, so here, let's have a look at these RIP guys. Now, this is the team, Restin Pakala. Restin Pakala, now they've been on the circuit for a little while. They want to test themselves to the next level. Naturally, that next level is the AGL. So I'm not sure if they quite know what's going down. But it'd be interesting to see when they're on that sort of face-to-face maneuver. Those one-on-one battles, squad versus squad battles, placement battles. We'll see how that goes down. Just in regard to who you have here on the top, let me just bring the right bits and pieces up. So here we have Prism and his crew just coming through. Prosty, obviously, you know, from TF. They're relatively sound. Again, they haven't been tested to this level for a little while. They're very much trying to make a name for themselves, actually. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. You can see the circle. Full 100% land scenario. True Grit are going to have to make their way down. Endgame just in that red zone, going to have to make them go through. TSG relatively happy by the looks of it. Just having a little loot from the BLK boys. Having had the opportunity probably to get themselves a little bit of loot. You can see just on this side actually a number of squads simultaneously moving for placement. Here, what have we got? We've got the True Skill crew, and you've got ATR, and you've got SBG, Serious Precision Gaming, all moving simultaneously. So the question is going to be, are they going to try and take a compound or are not? It looks to me like they're just going through. Envy just sitting there, as you can see, just on that top. Going to be interested seeing if anyone's going to stop, and I tell you what, it looks like OPC have stopped, but not for the sake of getting Envy, just to go after the ATR boys. But I tell you what, if they've stopped, Envy could find himself in trouble here. Oh, it looks like Envy's gonna. I tell you what, I think they just walked in on an Envy. Envy was just there. They were just looking. Nicky's gone down. Nicky has gone down. You can see Envy. I think they were so focused there on the ATR. Grenade comes in, probably from Frat. I tell you what, Frames put grenades in from both angles. He's coordinating those grenades very, very well indeed. In fact, they're coming bloody everywhere. Goodness me, Envy then. And you can see where we are. We're just to the left-hand side of farm, just to the eastern side of farm. They know Envy's up here. SBG looking for a good start for season 12. Envy just sitting fire. Remember, BLK, the rest of the BLK squad, I tell you what, he's gone down to about, what, 15% health? Goodness me. Looks also as if the part-time tillers have taken down a couple of the spec boys. Envy's managed to get himself back up. I think the interesting thing will be, have SPG recognized that Envy is actually on his own? Who knows? Who knows? That's going to be the interesting one. Let's have a look what Frame is up to. You can see Frame's looking good in red, black and white, let me tell you. Is he just put one down there? Frame's having a little sneaky.
Whoa! They're waiting for us. Yeah, take me.
That, of course, from Tactical Squad Gaming. So let's go and have a little look at that. And I tell you what, Tactical Squad Gaming taking down Restin Pakala. They look to be in trouble, and I tell you what, he's just full. And I tell you what, it's going to be pretty difficult. He's going for an escape maneuver. Just can pretty much see him. Zipfold is just trying to get away. It's pretty obvious what's going down now. Zipfold is in trouble, and there you have it. Restin Pakala is down, taking a 7th position, so not too bad. So TSG looking strong. TS still sitting in the house. Goober is on his own. No, he's got Ant with him. Captain of the newly named vital targets. HnK are growing in. HnK Turbo just going through for an absolute deep maneuver on TSC. HnK versus TNC. Turbo and Vika close quarters, and Mars goes down as well. HnK causing all sorts of problems. Surely that should have been advantage for the true skill crew, but HnK have gone to cause some trouble. They went up to that lookout and said, this is ours, get the hell out of our home. You can see there the bad intentions just finishing off Merkstat from Endgame, and now we are down to 4. You've got the vital targets, Goober and Ant, who's in a bit of trouble. HnK, Vicar, Bradley, Q, and Turbo still in the house. You've got bad intentions. Look as if they're being shot from 2 directions, both from HnK and from TSG, but it's not going to be long. And TSG just finish them through, and there you have it. And I tell you what, it's just fall from bad intentions, just bad fall. Goober's gone down, it's just down, he's just crouched a little bit, just trying to keep himself a little bit safe. TSG Sweeney is down as well, come across some final zone from last season. Let's go with it. Turbo's just been here, let's have a look what Ant is up to. Ant's just having a little bandage. I'm not sure if anyone knows he's there. You can see there that you can see a couple of the HnK boys just coming through. Looks like Locke is getting Sweeney up at the same time. Just fall in a job with Mayan, but actually being helped out there by Vika. Vika captaining HnK today, I believe. I could be wrong. It does happen. So we've got TSG. Vika just finishing off Mayan. It looks like it looks as if he's going for HnK though. I tell you what, that could be good, but it's not ideal there. TSG seems to have the circle though. Just Falls just trying to make a little bit of a pain for himself. You've just got 4. You've got Ant from the vital targets. You've got HnK, the full squad. Just Fall from bad intentions, trying to do Crown Ruby proud. And you've got 3. In fact, 3. Is it still 3? It looks to be still 3. Or is Sweeney still alive yet? 3 from TSG reigning champions just coming round. There you go, Ant's gone down, and I tell you what, Turbo's going in for another big maneuver. Is Turbo going to be able to get away with this? He needs to go up to the other trios. There's going to be all sorts of trouble. Just Fall goes down. HnK finishing off. You've got 2 teams. You've got HnK from Germany, TSG from Europe, Germany, and the UK now just coming through. You've got Sweeney and yeah, so a full Spanish squad in HnK. Sweeney, Justin, Locke just coming round from TSG. This is your placement for 1st and 2nd. HnK wanted to get their own back for what was not the season they were looking for, season 11, but in season 11, it was the Tactical Squad Gaming that took those wins. They're coming round, you can see they're having a look, and I tell you what, this is looking more and more like HnK. That grenade coming down. Turbo finishing off the shot to Bradley, and it's just Sweeney. It's just Sweeney. Sweeney's on his own, but Sweeney's not on his own because Sweeney is down. TSG take 2nd place. HnK come through with a very, very good first game. Very, very good first game with what? 13 kills. HnK take number 1 spot. Hypnotic Gaming from Spain take number 1 spot. TSG now home in Germany, but with a couple of...
Der Kreuz da, ja. Müsst alle drauf machen.
Nice work.
Nice.
They drive.
Need to heal up. In front of me. Oh, I'm dead.
Nades.
Digga, sag mal, sind die am Team oder was?
Ja, das ist ein volles
No,
Team.
from the right
Das ist
side.
gut, Digga. Ich verstehe auch nicht, wie viele Granaten die haben, ehrlich nicht. Ich checke das nicht. Wie viele Granaten haben die?
Shit.
GG.
But
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
work, nice work, guys.
How many kills?